everyone. Welcome to Credential Up Houston and our continuing discussion on Jobs Now Houston. My name is Margaret Ford Fisher. Today, I am delighted to visit with Ms. Anibeth Turcios, Deputy Director of the Greater Northside Management District. It is a thriving, diverse district in the city. The district covers more than 24 square miles. It includes over 10,000 businesses, 139,000 residents and business owners who reside in the district, 5,000 commercial, retail, and industrial properties, and 150 Greater Northside restaurants. It's wonderful. Ms. Tercios, thank you very much for joining us to talk about beautiful Northside and the Houston strong resiliency of the residents and the businesses in the face of COVID-19. It's good to see you, and thank you for joining us.
Good to see you, and thank you for the invite. We're thrilled to be on this segment today.
Delighted. Well, to give some context, House Bill 3634, authored by State Representative Jessica Farrar and sponsored in the Texas Senate by Senator Mario Gallegos at the time, created the management district, and the district began operating in August of 2006. So it's really relatively young, yet you have established a great profile. So tell us about some of the challenges and opportunities that you've seen in the district as it has grown.
Yeah, so over the last few years, we've definitely had a lot of new development, a lot of new businesses, a lot of new commercial real estate coming into the market. So it's been thriving to the point that we've had new innovative businesses come into the area that you would have maybe seen in other districts, but we've been excited and honored to have larger businesses such as White Oak Music Hall, such as the Houston Farmers Market. Those are just a few to name some of the few developments that are coming in the pipeline.
And the White Oak Music Hall is a very popular venue, I'm told.
Yes, it's very popular, and it's been one of the especially with everything that's been going on with COVID-19, it's interesting how they've pivoted to actually help in the community and providing food drives. We actually also partnered with a couple of legislative offices to conduct a mass drive at the White Oak Music Hall. So even though they've been closed, they've still been opening their doors to the community to help during these troubled times.
And so you are perfect. I'd like to just simply commend you on completing your MBA as well. And you are doing such a tremendous job in the district. And it doesn't surprise me because you have experience in working in the governor's office and in senior level positions. And so we are just really fortunate to have you here in the city of Houston now, working on behalf of the district and of businesses. So I'm wondering, based upon all of the growth and the developments, how has COVID-19 impacted the district's businesses in the community?
So one of the things that first happened is of course, everybody was learning from the process. A lot of businesses didn't know as far as what they needed to do, what were the do's and don'ts of the pandemic. But as slowly as the leadership started either opening or putting different policies such as wearing masks or the percentage of how many people could be allowed at businesses, you saw the businesses reopen. Some actually even they pivoted to doing drive-throughs. Maybe a restaurant before was a sit-in restaurant, and they pivoted to have a drive-through. Just to name a few, I know there were even a few that even started selling masks themselves, just to promote their business, but also to promote safety during COVID-19. I know one was Puebla's Mexican restaurant. Another would be Alamo Tamales. They're used to having everybody come in and buy your tamales inside of the restaurant, but then they ended up doing pop-up tents outside and just having vehicles just as you would go to a normal a restaurant, a fast food restaurant. And it worked. And it was something that they did not do before as much, but now with this, because they had to do it during the pandemic, it's definitely a conversation piece of seeing, is this something that they should continue? I know even St. Arnold's Brewery did the similar thing. They had takeout they did not have the drive-through. And then now it's become another source of income for them, that people are actually coming by and picking up food during the drive-through. So it's been interesting to see this pivot, and that they've been able to adapt and continue to function as best possible, of course with restrictions, but as best possible in the Northside.
Well, I certainly understand, and that's really commendable. So are there restaurants that you think have permanently closed?
As of now, we've spoken to a lot of restaurants in the Northside, and a lot of them, they did close for a short period of time. I know El Bolillo had a recent scare with COVID-19. They closed for a few weeks and then reopened. So we've been hearing more stories of, if they close, it's temporarily and they reopen as things adjust. And for the most part, a lot of them are still open. As you mentioned earlier, we have a lot of businesses, but a lot of them are mom and pop shops.
Yes.
So they are the family businesses, we do have the larger industrial or the well-known restaurants too, but then we also have some of the smaller restaurants that, believe it or not, don't even have a sign, and they have lines outside of the businesses. So what we did during this pandemic is actually we did what's called a resource guide to help some of these businesses know about what's going on and some of the resources, but we also did a restaurant list. So we do have one. We had one, a short list before, but with this one, we were able to, and it was ever changing every week. One business changed their hours. One business had takeout. One didn't have takeout. So it was an ever-changing document that we've actually were able to promote on our social media, our newsletter, and even placed on our new website. So it's actually located under the Northside Business Corner on our website. And it's a changing document because as businesses are reopening, we're changing some of the takeout times of when they're open, and of course adding the addresses and a lot of the information for their website too.
Well, that's really very, very good, and the food is so delicious. And there was one that I used to go to quite a lot, Veracruz, because I tell you, the food is just really absolutely scrumptious. So I'm delighted to hear.
Yeah, a lot of those businesses, there were a few like Veracruz, a lot of them were closed before COVID.
I know.
What's happened is that we're actually having a few reopen, or as far as new businesses, like we have a new cafe, Canary Cafe, opening up on Fulton. Teotihuacan is opening up their second location on Irvington. And so they're still able to work on these projects to potentially bring more restaurants to the Northside.
That's very, very encouraging, and I'm delighted to hear that. And so we're going to take a break, and I'd like to talk about the essential workers also in the community, and those who perhaps need the broadband access as well in order to continue with their educational studies, both at the high schools and at the community college and university as well. So we will take a break right now, and when we return, we will discuss the greater Northside community and how it's demonstrating Houston's strong resiliency. So please stay with us. Welcome back to Credential Up Houston and our discussion with Ms. Turcios on the Houston strong resiliency shown by residents and businesses of the greater Northside district. We're so delighted to be visiting with you today, Ms. Turcios. In the last segment, I made reference to the Indeed report that indicates that over 44,000 jobs are available in North Houston. And I'm wondering, as we connect that to essential workers, what percentage of the workers on the greater North Side were able to continue their jobs? And what percentage of them do you think were not able to continue in their work?
So that's a very tough question. And one of the things that we discovered is that a lot of the employees in the North Side, they actually travel from different neighborhoods into the North Side. And they use the Metro Rail, they use our bus systems, and Metro has done such a great job in making sure that all the patrons are safe in the bus system. But I know it did impact a bit because of the transportation. What we have seen a lot more is more bike riders. And we do have a couple of industrial businesses closer to like the Hardy Toll Road area that a lot of their staff actually bike to work. And it's been interesting to see that we've actually heard reports from B-Cycle Houston that a lot of the bicycles, they can't keep up with replenishing those bicycles because people are using them. And that's one of the things that we hear a lot, that a lot of the workers are still able to come into the North Side, but the changes are now occurring because the schools are reopening. So they're having to pivot a lot as far as, are they going to be working from home? Are they going to be coming to the restaurants? Or are they going to be bringing their kids, to the businesses to work? So it's been very different, and a lot of the businesses definitely have to adapt to it. We have heard of a few businesses that they've had to let go of some staff just because they can't keep up, or they don't have enough orders, or they don't have enough business to entice that staff to be there. But what they've been doing is sort of keeping them on call, and that's been helping to at least sustain some sort of income for their workers.
Of course, absolutely. And so with the students that you have in the community, the workers that are in the district as well, it's really important that there is the access to the broadband network, there's that internet connectivity, that there is a computer technology that is available for the students and for the workers as well. And we know that so many young people now are back in school, but they are being required to study remotely, and they don't have the technology, or they don't have the internet access. So how much of an impact is that in the North Side as well?
It's been a large impact because what we've been hearing from business owners, because business owners also, there's some business owners in the North Side that actually live in the North Side as well. So It's been interesting to hear these stories from them that they may only have one laptop at home, and they have three students that go to school. HISD, from my understanding, they are providing laptops to students, but there's not enough for them. And then there is a nonprofit in the Northside called CompuDopt that's also been donating laptops, but again, it's not enough. One of the things that the Northside has just minimum amount of libraries that provided Wi-Fi for students, and the fact that a lot of them were closed in the beginning, slowly reopening, those are the hotspots that a lot of the students and parents and even businesses are using, is going to some of these school parking lots using their Wi-Fi. But again, there's not enough. There's a huge need, and of course there's a disconnect on how many people actually have laptops or computers to do the virtual learning. So it's definitely going to, I foresee a lot of issues down the line because of this disconnect with technology. I know there is a nonprofit called Avenue CDC that actually donated, they donated tablets to some of the elementary schools further in the Northline area. But again, they were only able to give one per family. And again, that's not enough. So definitely there is a huge need. And I can foresee that the technology disconnect would actually even businesses could actually help with that as well, because maybe they could provide, as they slowly reopen, they could also provide Wi-Fi for some of the students to come in and use and do, possibly their homework or their assignments.
Of course. So as we talk about resiliency and the community and the district, they have exemplified that in so many different ways. And I see the partnerships that are established and how you connect with the various groups to help foster that good partnership. I want to make reference to the Resilient Houston Plan. And this was released on February the 12th of 2020. And it makes reference to the strategy that will be applied in the city of Houston to keep all communities strong in a variety of areas, including the need to address aging infrastructure, homelessness, and economic inequality, which are increasingly part of the 21st century lifestyle. And I quote that statement that was taken from Resilient Houston. So as you look at those areas, how is the Greater Northside Management District getting the support needed to address these issues? You make reference to some of them: homelessness, aging, infrastructure, economic inequality, that are part of that Resilient Houston plan. So talk about that for just a moment and how all of those issues are continuing to impact the Greater Northside District.
Yes, and actually, as you mentioned, overall, since the management district was established, we have 3 pillared programs that our establishment, we still continue, which are graffiti abatement program, our litter abatement program, and then also a safety patrol program. And all 3 of these initiatives are always and have been very helpful in enticing a lot of businesses to still stay open in the area, or new investors or developers to look at the area in an innovative way that, hey, I could do business in this section, or I could do business in this community. And those programs, being our pillars, have definitely helped to address some of these concerns. It's not a fix-all, but again, it helps to at least address them. So for instance, homeless, we work a lot with Houston Police Department, with Metro PD, even UHD PD and HISD PD to look at this issue and help them, and as far as how can we help them. So what we've done is anywhere from underpass initiative cleanups that we've picked up thousands of pounds of trash, along with the City of Houston and District H and District B. We've worked on initiatives just to help solve some of these issues. But again, it's one of those things that sometimes we just move some of the problems. It's more of the presence and continuing to have a lot of these programs available so that businesses don't have to worry about crime outside of their door, or graffiti outside of their door, or even trash out of their door. So it's an ongoing concern, but I think with the resiliency, it's one of those things that having partners such as the management district and other partners in the community, these are just, everybody's working together to at least help and improve the area so that we could at least address some of these concerns.
Well, of course, and then with the various businesses that are in the community, and with the community college that is there, Houston Community College at Northline, with University of Houston downtown that is there as well to serve the community, you're finding that with respect to the education and training of the residents of the community, that is very accessible. And of course, the Early College High School is there as well at Northline. And there are students who are completing their associate's degrees by the time they finish their high school diplomas, and sometimes even before they finish those diplomas. And they're going on to four-year in universities, and they are contributing to the district as well. So that's really very, very commendable. So we are going to take another break. And when we return, we will discuss the Greater Northside Management District's plans for a more resilient future in the survey that you disseminated. So we'll be right back. Please stay with us.
A natural disaster may force you to evacuate, and the coronavirus could impact your emergency plans. So take steps now to help your family and community prepare. Keep a supply kit stocked with cloth face coverings, disinfecting supplies, and hand sanitizers. Check with local officials about what shelter spaces will be open during quarantine efforts. And remember to review the CDC's guidelines with the whole family. Disasters won't wait. Neither should you. Visit ready.gov/plan to make a plan today.
There's no better place to knock out the basics than HCC. Whether you learn online, on campus, or both, HCC is the safe, flexible, affordable option. Register now at hccs.edu/college your way.
Welcome back to Credential Up Houston. We are continuing our discussion with Ms. Anibeth Turcios, District Deputy Director of the Greater Northside Management District. Ms. Tercios, thank you for the great information that you are sharing today. We really do appreciate that. So tell us about the Management District Survey and the responses from the community regarding plans for the future. And I think this was really very proactive to reach out to the community to find out what they want and what they need as well. So tell us about that survey and the responses.
Yeah, so the timing of this survey was interesting because we did not plan on being in a pandemic, but every 10 years, the management district has what's called a service plan. And it's our 10-year service plan as far as what are the initiatives, what are the programs that we will have to continue the management district. In order to find out what the community and business owners and our stakeholders would like to see, we've actually, we sent out a survey. And what we did is when we sent out the survey, it was talking about, look, these are all of our highlights of what we've accomplished in the management district thus far, but what do you think we can do better? What can we improve on? And then what are the new ideas or programs that we should bring in? So it was definitely, we had over, I believe, 110 actually fill out the survey. And a lot of it was really great response as far as, great job on some of the programs that we were doing. And a lot of it too brought up the initiatives that people still wanted to see. So public safety was up there in the top 5. Also litter abatement because of illegal dumping and tires that people drop off in the Northside. And then there were other things that we were planning on going towards in that direction. And actually from the survey, it came up from business development, economic development, art plan. So a lot of this came out from the survey, and we were really excited to see that our stakeholders were in line with the vision that we had for the next 10 years as well.
So this is really very, very exciting to have that information, and that coincides with Resilient Houston as well. So that folds right in. So as we look to the future with technology becoming even more prevalent, and we're looking at virtual reality, artificial intelligence, all of that, what are the messages to the community to access education and training to be competitive in securing 21st century career opportunities? This is critically important because if we look at the city of Houston, the average age is 35. So what do you think those essential messages should be to the community?
Definitely be innovative. And as far as with resilience, you have to be innovative, adaptable, and we could foresee actually, there's actually a new policy that the city is looking at as far as using more space, using parking lots to provide more space for businesses. Those are innovative concepts that will help our businesses thrive. It'll also reshape as far as how students can foresee their education, because they might be going to school for one thing, but their education can actually help them with developing a small business to come into the Northside. So it really, it's one of those things that you have to think outside of the box, be innovative. And I think those are the type of strategies that will help us going forward as the Northside changes, as Houston changes, as the world changes. a lot of these things these strategies will help us.
You're right. So as we look at the overall picture for the district, what are the additional resources that the district needs that you can call upon partners to help bring to the table?
One of the things that's happened is a lot of our small businesses applied for a lot of the grants that came up because of COVID-19 from SBA, PPE loans, and unfortunately some received and some did not. So resources that we still need are types of assistant grants that can help these businesses to continue to thrive in the Northside and to continue to grow in the Northside. We are actually working in the mix. We're working with Avenue CDC at the moment to develop a RFP so that we can find a marketing or a business development firm to come up with new proposals on creative marketing plans for the businesses in the Northside. So that's coming in the pipeline, but I feel that it is one thing that if there are partners out there that would like to come in and help with that, feel free to contact us, and we're definitely open to those opportunities to bringing in more grants for our businesses to help them thrive during COVID-19 times.
Excellent. And so what is the contact information that you can provide?
To find out more about the management district, visit our website at www.greaternorthsidedistrict.org. And as far as email would be info@greaternorthsidedistrict.org, or you can call us at 713-229-0900. If you're looking to grow your business or coming to a different area, call us. We're open in the Northside. If you're looking to expand, we're open in the Northside. If you're looking to move into the Northside, definitely give us a call. It's a great area and full of thriving neighborhoods. And we look forward to growing Houston and the Northside as well.
Of course, it is a great, great, great community. And one of the things that I really enjoyed on a regular basis was the tour to Northside. Very, very good. Now, is that coming up pretty soon?
Yes, so we're actually looking at doing a virtual tour of the Northside just because of safety reasons. So definitely St. Arnold's is going to be our host. And how we're looking at having it is on mid-November, and it would be that you could potentially do the bike ride anywhere from 5-10 miles, and then once you complete it, show a couple of landmark pictures to St. Arnold's, and then you could potentially get a free item that it could be a pint glass and those sorts of things. So we're still in the planning stages, but I think it's definitely going to be a fun event. I know a lot of people are still out there as far as wanting to go out and look at the Northside. So visit our murals, our mini murals, and a lot of those are posted on our website too, so you can see them.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so very much, Ms. Anibeth Turcios, Deputy Director of the Greater Northside Management District, for joining us today. Our thanks also to the Director, Ms. Rebecca Reyna, and the Board of the Greater Northside Management District for all of your great work that you continue to do to serve the community and to help keep Houston strong. And I also want to thank our viewers for watching. Take a look at the Greater Northside Management District's website for more information about beautiful and historic Northside, and for more information about HCC's vast range of education and training programs. Go to hccs.edu website and click on programs. At this time, over 70 plus programs are available to you fully online at hccs.edu/online. So with that, again, thank you so much for watching, and remember to Credential Up Houston. We'll see you again next time.